Hello everyone, this is Colin on the ASCA League channel, and here we are for the Copperhead Amateur Series, Race 13 at Bristol. We are here for the last doubleheader of the Copperhead Amateur Series season, and we are also 4 races left until the chase, where we get to give away the Covenant prize of winning the first ever season of the Copperhead Amateur Series. Here's the point standings as they stand right now. Logan Sanders on top, with Sonor, Eberhard, Deverett, and Johnson rounding out your top 5. It's game time, and if you're not getting in the mood right now to make up some points, you might as well not have a shot at the championship going into Dover. Here are the starting lineup today. Zach Komaski, obviously a doubleheader driver on the pole, with Garrett Sonor starting to his outside. Row 2, Ryan Kendall, super quick in practice, and Kyle Collins on his outside. Row 3, Meretta Zischel and Nicholas Zamudio for Avalon Motorsports on the outside. Row 4, Davey Johnson and Nick Vequez, both JVS teammates. Row 5, Castle Radcliffe, a great starting spot for him, and Andrei Popov. Row 6, Chloe Baker and Dan Klenick. Chloe looking to continue her strife through the points as of late. Row 7, Brian Thompson, a good starting spot for him, and Nia Deverett. Row 8, Conrad Cooper and Megan Johnson, both Chevy starting in that row. Row 9, Jose Vequez and Jack Porkins for that row. Row 10, Zach Rain and August Eberhard, another pair of Fords back in that row. Row 11, Tyler Selspin making the start for the 88 team, and Jake Baskinger for Blue Flare Motorsports. Row 12, Carson Bowers and Logan Sanders, 2 future Mally Motorsports drivers. Row 13, Alan Eberhard and Patrick Curtis, Eberhard making his 4th consecutive start. Row 14, Callum Wood and Kieran Pangborn making Jones Motorsports his first start on a track that's not a super speedway. As the pace car dives off, here we go, racing at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Green flag is in the air. Look at this power move by Ryan Kendall as he's going to come on the inside of Zach Komaski, and the 16 HBO Dodge is going to take the lead, and he'll lead lap 1, and he'll complete the pass now out of turn 2. At the 37 car, something happened there, and we have a spinner in the back. Already a caution is on the track, and I did not catch any of the drivers involved, and we are already under our first caution of the day. It's involving Chloe Baker, a mass amount of regulars in the field there. The 99, the 14, I think the 83, your points leader was involved. Oh, and I think Nick Vequez had a piece of it. Let's see what happened here. Oh, and someone's off. That's Castle Radcliffe. Up into the track. Nowhere for Chloe Baker to go. Collects Nicholas Zamudio, Dan Klenick, Nia Deverett, Jack Porkins, Logan Sanders. A whole bunch of drivers running for the championship are going to be collected in this event. Wow. And we're going to see it. The 38 and the 61 are going to get together, and Castle just cannot save it. Or at least he does, but he will not save the 26 of the 5 from danger, as they are going to go into the wall. An unfortunate first lap incident, or second lap incident, but we are going back green flag racing again. No drivers actually dropped out because of that wreck. Just a few with pretty significant amount of damage. But as we see the 16 car, he will continue to lead the race. However, this start will not be as eventful as the first lap. It didn't seem like Sonor was able to get started as well as he wanted. You see him, he has fallen back to 5th place, and this Red Stallion Racing car is a teammate to Kendall. Currently 2nd in points, and he's kind of been the sleeper on the season. Nobody's really been paying attention too much to Sonor, mostly to Porkins' dominance and ending up not where he wants to, at least. However, Porkins has climbed to 6th in points. Here's Logan Sanders, your points leader, on the other side of the equation. He seems to have been getting lucky recently, especially at Old Spice where he got his 3rd victory. However, it is definitely not unfair to say that he is a talented driver, and he is obviously making the best of this ride. Not sure what will be going in the Pennzoil Pro Series yet, no word, but I'm sure that Mally Motorsports is looking to try to get him in the field. Oh, he's getting in the wall! And the 5 car is going to spin down the inside of the track. Caution is back out again, and it looks like it's going to involve the 2 as well of Andrei Popov. And wow, the 83 car is going to be involved in 2 accidents now. He had a 16-point lead going into this race. He might not have that after this race. You see the 2 car, ooh, and the 11, I think that was the 11, or it was the 26, excuse me, is going to make contact with the 2. But the 83 and the 2 just squeezed up into the wall. Nowhere for the for them to go, and that's going to result in an accident. As we see cars come down pit road to make the first scheduled stops of the day. Pit road's a bit tricky of a one. Two-sided pit road, nothing like these drivers have ever seen. As we're going back to green flag racing, the 16 continuing the lead. The 25 car had a bit of a pit road issue. Oh, the 33 in the wall, look out! He's going to come on the track right in front of his teammate, and they're going to save it. Wow. And that was almost a repeat of what we saw with the 38 on the second lap of the race. And it looks like Dan Klenick's going to go down to pit road, but he is not in the lead lap. Oh, and speaking of the 38, he's going to bounce it off the wall there, and his teammate Vaquez still trying to make it on the banking. Here's a replay of what we saw. The 5 car is going to hook the 33, and somehow Nick does not come crashing back into traffic. They were 3 wide, and you see the 31 and the 38, the 21 and the 38 actually make contact there. Jose has managed to get back on the track, but I'm thinking he's happy to just be in this race. He's really struggled when it comes to qualifying, so the fact that he's made the race is definitely an accomplishment. JVS Racing hasn't been too terrible this season. They've had Davey Johnson in the championship. Nick hasn't had too much success, but currently I would put Davey Johnson as a contender for the championship. So their team is doing all right. Not excellent, but definitely up there. Red Stallion Racing though has definitely been a contender, obviously with Sonoran second, but Porkins has been one of the favorites to win pretty much over half the races. It's just that the races have not gone his way. A 2-time winner. We saw him win last week at Lanier, as well earlier in the season. I believe at Concord, although it could be wrong. It was in the beginning of the season before we got the term HBO luck. But it's not really. It looks like it's not really playing out for Kendall, or maybe this is just the start of it. Ryan Kendall currently dominating the race. Ever since he took the lead on lap 1, he has driven away with it. Zach Komaski just trying to get it back. Komaski's super enthusiastic coming into this race. Remember, he actually won qualifying, but he had to pull out the backup car, and this is not his favorite car to race here. Although he seems to be doing pretty well in it. He's running second, so Komaski thought his best chance to win a race this season was here at Bristol. He showed it in qualifying. Unfortunately, he had an accident in qualifying, went to the backup car, but still is making do with what he has. Here's a 21 at Curtis. This is an admirable run out of the 21 car because Curtis has been through a lot of stuff in recent weeks, controversies and whatnot, but the Venom Energy Chevrolet is having a strong run here today inside the top 5. That is always nice to see, and it happens to come at Bristol, a track known on the Pennzoil Pro Series circuit, so interesting to see there. As we get our mid-race report, we are halfway through this 75-lap race, and as you're looking down the list, I want to point out that there is a lot of drivers high in the points that are low on the grid. Only one car is out of the race right now, and that is Chloe Baker in the 26 car. Did not go well at the start of the race at all for her, and she's probably going to lose her streak of doing well in races that she was kind of piling up. You see the 14, the 33 car, as well as the 71. All 3 of these cars are chasers. The 71 probably at the bottom of the barrel, as he is nowhere near being able to get in the chase. Nick Vaquez towards the middle, and obviously Eberhard battling inside the top 3 for that top championship spot. See, Deverett is 4th. She's doing pretty well as well, but obviously this race is not being kind to her. And Logan Sanders, number 1, is doing horrible this race. So the stats don't lie. Bristol is not being very friendly to the guys at the top of the board in championship points. And as you see, they ought to start being wary of who's coming up behind him. The 25 is on the tail end of the lead lap. He had a tire issue that put him a lap down, and we have a caution out on the track. But behind him, you see Kendall. He is reeling him in. Oh, and there's a huge accident on, I believe that's turn 2. And that's going to involve Kyle Collins, one of the 5 doubleheader drivers entered in this race. And I believe Nicholas Samudio is another one of them. That's another doubleheader driver. Well, the one has a little bit of side damage, but I believe that was already from previous contact with the wall. And we're going to see what happens here. The 5 car, and it looks like it's a mechanical issue. This is out of turn 4, so the accident does not happen here. And it looks like he's just trying to make his way to the inside, and Kyle Collins nowhere to go. Going to put Kyle Collins in the wall. Zach Ray nowhere to go. And there's Brian Thompson. Nia Deverett also going to get involved. So it looks like both the Deverett and Johnson are both going to drop out of the race. And that's going to be a huge hit for Deverett. Not too much for Johnson, as we're going to see just nothing you can do. This banking really makes it hard to get down towards the inside of the track. And once you're going at those high speeds, going down to the corner, it's hard to make that move. But here's your race leader, Ryan Kendall, just squeaking by, who managed to get it down to the inside as far as he could and avoided any contact. Great job by Kendall, and he'll maintain the lead. However, two drivers are going to give up very high running order positions. Zach Komoski and Garrett Senor both busted for speeding on pit road, and they are going to fall to the tail end of the line as you saw them come in to serve their pit road speeding penalties, which is very interesting. A few of them actually on pit road. Not only Senor and Komoski, but also Castle Radcliffe and a few others. I believe Dan Klenick is another victim. But as we see, the green flag is back out on the track. I think that's the 83 car that's holding up the field there. Oh, he's going to get in the wall. Kendall's going to get by, and we have another caution on the track. And it looks like we'll see... Oh, the 27 car, he's going to get by Kendall. Where did the 27 of Conrad Cooper come from? He's going to steal the lead away. Wow, and that's the first lead change we've seen since the first lap. And it looks like Kendall will not keep the lead, as we're going to see this is back in the field. Kyle Collins being a little bit of a road obstacle and really going to cause a huge pileup here on the back, including Callum Wood. Callum had been running well all day today, just been stuck a lap down after a tire issue. As we see, this is actually a replay of the restart. Now watch this masterful piece of driving out of Kendall. Logan Sanders fades up the track just a little bit, and look at how close that was. The 27 on the inside you see there, however, he was not able to keep behind him, and Kendall will lose the lead to the 27 car. If it were not for a loose wheel reported on the 27 car, they brought the car down pit road, and now he's at the back of the field. However, the lead has been given over to Tyler Selspin. I believe Selspin actually was able to get by the 16. Oh, and is he slow? I think he is. He's a little slow on the track. He's going to go up the track. Kendall will take the lead. Oh my, I don't know what happened there. I think he might have a little bit of front end damage, but I don't think that happened recently. He's bringing the car down pit road. It does not sound too good. We have a caution out on the track too. It looks like the 14 and the 33 car. Eberhard's day is going to go from bad to worse, and Nick Vaquez's can't really get much worse from where it was at currently. Here's the replay. 61 again being a roadblock. The two cars going to be involved in this. The 32, it looks like. And just another fender bender as 4 cars get sent up into the wall, mainly because of lapped cars not being able to get out of the way at this short track. But as for Kendall, he's getting the best luck in the world. The 27 car came down pit road for a loose wheel, and then the 88 has a problem, and he's going to put him back out front. So his mistake was followed up with some luck, and that's not something associated with HBO. Maybe it's just Kendall, though. Or maybe it is Porkins' luck, as you see. But I wouldn't really call it Porkins' luck. Look who's worked his way into third. Jack Porkins on the top of the screen. He's actually going to get by Carson Bowers now. Oh, and in the back of the field, there's a spin. Kyle Collins going to get turned around once again. And the 77 of Kieran Pangborn going to get put in the wall. Hit a few times as well. And we are back once again under caution flag. Oh, boy. And you see, it looks like Curtis is having a clean day all day, but it looks like he was pretty much done with the 61 and just turned him in front of the field. Although I don't really blame him. Kyle Collins has been holding up a bunch of drivers and is responsible for a lot of the wrecks this race. So Curtis really doing everyone a favor at this point. We're under 10 laps to go as Kyle Collins takes the lead. However, in order to win this race, he's going to have to hold off his teammate. Look at Porkins. Tried to make the move there on the inside. Is not going to work. And it looks like Kendall will hold it this lap. But will he be able to last the other 8 laps? Or maybe there will be another caution, and we have another caution. Cars sliding across the front stretch. Uh-oh. And hopefully then slide up into the track. And it looks like it's going to involve the 77 to 83. Some pretty hard hits as the cars are smoking. And Logan Sanders, I would be a little bit more shocked, but he's been in a few wrecks today. I'm not too surprised. The 11 car, you see, going to get hit by the 1. The 1's day. Oh, he's going to go over, and what a vicious hit by the 83 car as he's going to hit the 11 car on his side. And two of the top top 5 cars in the championship are going to drop out at the end of this one. However, we still have a race to finish. Can we make it back? I think we can. I have faith, but we'll have to see as we have 2 laps to go. And what a jump. Look at the jump Kendall got on Porkins. I know Porkins would love to win one of these races to exceed himself in points and try to catch up with the 83 car. He's already going to do it, but a win would definitely help even more. Final lap is in the air. Kendall, he has not won in an ASCA series. He is going to try to get it done here today, though. 3 years of trying. He's finally going to get it done in the Copperhead Amateur Series. Checkered flag for Ryan Kendall, as the HBO Dodge is going to go back to victory lane 2 weeks in a row. This week with Ryan Kendall driving the number 16 for his final scheduled start in the series. Congratulations for Red Stallion Racing and Kendall, but also for Porkins finishing second. And as you see, he does victory burnouts. Pretty good for a first-time winner as well. Here are the finishing results as Bowers will come home with sleepy third. He kind of hung in there all day, but how about Alan Eberhard? Just showing strength each and every week in qualifying and in the race. Cooper will finish 5th, and Curtis rounds out the top 6. We have a bunch of cars to talk about. Deverett, Johnson, Thompson, Sanders, Klenick, Rain, Viquez, all on this list and all deep in points. And we see the new point standings. Logan Sanders, 16-point gap over Sid Norris, shrunk to only 3 points. And now Porkins has went from 6th in points to 3rd. Incredible shrinking as we see here. And the gap in the points in the championship hunt is only getting smaller as we head to Dover. It'll be awesome to see what these last 3 races have in store because things are getting tight at the front of the field in the points. That's all for now. This is the Copperhead Amateur Series signing out after another great race. However, we'll be back next time with the road course at New Jersey. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye-bye.